Today, Module 4 of Effective Time Management is about planning wisely. And that is sometimes a hard task for all of us to do. But the hallmark of success when it comes to time management is being consistently productive each day. Having a daily plan and commitment to it can help you stay focused and also help you accomplish the goals that you want. But there's 3 areas that we're going to cover. Number 1, being consistent, productive each day. Number 2, have a daily plan of that commitment and stick to it. Number 3, you have to write down your plans for every day. And what we're going to do when it comes to writing down your plans for every day, let's talk about a productive journal. And when it comes to your journal, you want to make sure that, number 1, to start, get yourself something as simple as a spiral notebook can help. For those of us who still like to write and take notes. I know with this advanced technology, you may have a note section in your smartphone, and that's okay as well. You just want to make sure that you are listing every activity throughout the day that you need and have to get done. And if you also relate this to our last module, Module 3, when it comes to what's urgent and important, it'll help you write down those goals in order so that you can have effective time management throughout that day. You label each page of the day with the goal and the date, letting you know what needs to be done. So an example would be number 2, March 13 at 2 p.m. I need to make sure that I approved all the timesheets for that day. I need to make sure I have all my reading done for my coursework that day. And if you can do this and stick to it, you'll have effective time management. You'll reach the goal. Number 3, prioritize each task in order of importance. So we talked about urgent versus important in Module 2. So this is where you're going to implement that too. And if you're in Module 4 with me right now, you'll see how each module builds upon each other. All right, so number 4, the area that we're going to cover is highlight the top 3 items and focus them at the top. Number 4, highlight the top 3 items and focus on them first. If you can do that, and if you consistently do that, you'll reach effective time management. Number 5, cross off any items that you complete. When you cross off any items that you complete, this is a sign of success. You want to make sure you celebrate all little small victories because they're going to ultimately lead to that big victory. And the last area that we're going to cover when it comes to creating your productivity journal is to make sure that items that cannot be completed, they should be carried over to the next day. So what you have, if you're listing your journal based on the day and the date, this will be moved now to the next date. Earlier we talked about the day being March 13th, so whatever you cannot complete, you be sure you move it to March 14th. If you do that, as you're carrying these over, they eventually get done according to what's urgent versus important, according to what's smart and you prioritizing your day. Now I want to give you 3 tips on maximizing the power of your personal productivity journal. Number 1, it's a good idea to plan the night before. You want to also start fresh and focus on the most important tasks of that day. Number 2, during the day, keep a journal with you. Make sure you have it with you all throughout the day, so therefore you can keep track of everything you're doing and, more importantly, not get sidetracked. And number 3, if you postpone a task 3 times, it does not belong on your action list for that day. If you pay attention to the last module, what's urgent versus important, if you get to the point you keep postponing something, there's no effect behind it, it does not belong on the journal. It does not belong on the activity sheet for that day. Thank you.